yang amarunako, llaqllankaqkuna, arariwakuna, kurakakuna, quyanakuna, kallpachaywaqa, kay kawsayninta, niyqa unayqa wiñayninqa purikunaykuqa, sumaqllata purikunaykuqa.
Pachamama.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Peru. I am so excited to present to you Peru in its ecstasy, in its magic, in its power. And this show is especially important to me. As you know, I am Maria with Mysterious Adventure Tours. Thank you so much for coming on over. Um, the reason Peru is special is because for the first time in my life, I will be there. As many of you know, I am Latin American. My mother is from Spain, and my dad, my papi, is from Puerto Rico. And I remember my mother ever since I was a little girl. She said the most brilliant people, even though she was of Spanish line, the Spanish blood that conquered most and savaged most of South and Central America. She always said to me, the Peruvians are one of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my life. She met a lot of them, but she had a special heart to the Peruvian. So as I go into Peru, I carry her memory. I also carry the blood that once was part of all the history and all the battles and all the developments. But despite it all, Peru has sustained itself. And it is a beautiful country. It is one that talks to the land more than any other I've seen. And this is what you're going to witness today's show. So I'm extremely, really proud to have you here and so excited you're here because you're going to see and feel the folks that are guiding us to Peru in July through a tour that is so magical, that brings in the American mysticism, the American hunger for curiosity, and combines it and levels it down, or maybe lifts it up to the Andean mystical powers. So I'm totally hooked on this. I hope that you will consider joining us. But if you're not, let's enjoy this hour together. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a little film that we did just to, hey, where is it? Just to introduce ourselves to you. So yeah, let's do that. There you go. That's our tour in Peru. It starts in Cusco, goes through the Sacred Valley, and into Machu Picchu, the height of our tour. Um, I don't know what to expect. I've never been there. Um, so with that, we have wonderful people that are going to be guiding us through Peru, and we're so excited. But first of all, and very important of all, I want you to meet our ambassador, Victor Paruta. Victor is from my hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio. He does live in Florida now. Victor is an icon here in the Cincinnati, actually the tri-state area. A couple of decades ago, he started out of passion, out of heart, a trade show. Now I want to call it a trade show, an exhibit of mysticism, of everything that has to do with the other dimensions. It grew so phenomenally. It was a staple of where everyone wanted to go to in Cincinnati, Ohio, where thousands of vendors were there and the speakers were there. It was a victory of light. And that's how I met Victor. But I'm going to give you a little bio because if I do it in front of him, he'll blush. So Victor was voted best psychic by Cincinnati Magazine for mysteriously accurate and compelling readings. He founded Cincinnati's Victory of Light in 1992, before it was cool, and was its executive director until 2021. And now it is managed by the Body, Mind, and Spine Events, BMSC. So it carries on. It will carry on. Victor is on the faculty of the Baker Hunt Art and Cultural Center in Covington, Kentucky, where he taught classes in psychic development, ghost hauntings, past lives, and other metaphysical topics. I was gifted a small reading with Victor, and let me tell you, he wowed me. I am so proud to bring him on our stage. Can I bring in Victor? Come on. Yes.
Hey, Maria.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
You as well. Well, tell me a little bit about that. I said a lot of black and white stuff about Victor. Tell me a little bit about Victor on your terms and why Peru is so special to you.
Absolutely. So, first of all, let's talk about travel. Travel in general expands the mind. So when you leave your familiar home, wherever you're from in the United States or wherever you are, travel and seeing how people live in other countries expands your mind, and you're never the same. You're forever changed just through that change of environment. And I remember going to London when I was in my early 20s, and I was fortunate enough to be there for 2 to 3 months. And I came back completely different. You get to see everything from a brand new perspective. You're no longer in your old mindset. You've been expanded, and you can really just feel that experience, the experience of the travel. You can experience the changes that have happened in just simply your outlook. When you come back home, you'll have a greater outlook. You'll have a greater perspective. And with this tour, I've done a lot of spiritual travel throughout my life. I've gone to all the sacred sites in Ireland, England, Stonehenge, Newgrange. I've done a spiritual travel throughout Europe, through Italy. And during the tours, since I'm a paranormal investigator, I can tell what has happened at those locations before, while I'm there in real time. I could tell where somebody's died or what the place was all about, and answered questions, because we're living in a very mystical and metaphysical world. Throughout the centuries, our spirituality is a profound and essential part of who people are and who we've always been since our beginnings. And so when we travel, we get to experience the energies of a place. And one of the things that I'll be teaching our travelers is how to tune in on a psychic intuitive level to the place that you're in. I will teach you how to touch the stones, how to touch the buildings, how to feel and gain information from the sticks and stones of the place, which will history. of everything that's ever taken place there. And it's a very profound experience. So I'll be teaching you to travel within the perceptive range. And you'll know things, you'll feel things that you won't get from the guidebooks because you'll get it from your heart, soul, from your bones, the information from the stones and the sacred places that we'll be visiting. So I'm so excited about this tour because there is no place in the world more spiritual than Peru.
Yes, absolutely. It's the seventh wonder of the world, Machu Picchu, isn't it? They got a ranking on that for very good reasons. But
Absolutely.
I had the same experiences when we went to Egypt. And like you said, when you touch the stones, when you touch and you run your hands through the sand of the desert, it's an exchange, a spiritual exchange that you just cannot understand. But it does hit you. And it's interesting though, what I call the ancestral type of or ancient hauntings versus the more contemporary hauntings, like a castle in Ireland that's it's only 1,000 years old. Whereas when you go to a place that's 10,000 years old, the levels of energy are so compounded that I believe in my heart that is even a stronger pull to wherever they're wanting to take us. It's a different feeling altogether. So I'm ecstatic you're coming with us. I think a lot of your followers from Cincinnati, we're all boarding a plane together as well. And we're just going to have a magical time. But, you know, this time cannot be sacred enough without having the right people with us, right? The translators of not just the English to
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, but the translators
Absolutely. And
of, yeah, the translators from our way of thinking about mysticism, healing, cleansing to theirs, because that is going to be the game changer for us, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So with that,
absolutely. Yeah. One of the great things about this tour, yeah, go ahead.
no, I was. We have a little bit of time lag, so
What a great, one of
manage.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little delay with the StreamYard app. I've experienced that before, but what the great thing about this tour is the early part of the tour is so much working with the Peruvian shaman. So we're going to be purified. Our consciousness will be raised, and then when we experience the sacred sites, we will experience them with an open mind and with a
Yes.
greater level of perception after all the ceremonial practices that will be guided through with the shamans of the area. So we'll be able to experience this as spiritual travelers. And I know that we're going to be connected with the spirits of every place that we visit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to kind of also thank you, Victor, for generosity because I want to show you off. And I said, can you give us a little 30-minute reading for our participants as a draw? He's gonna no, guys, he's not gonna give everybody a 30-minute reading, but we're gonna draw one name from all the people that are participating today. So thank you for doing that, either on YouTube or on Facebook. And I'm going to sweeten the pot here. We're going to be drawing a name for a 30-minute gift from Victor, and you will be wowed. You will become a fan, I promise you. But I'm going to up the ante a little bit. If you share this video, okay, I'm going to give you two chances, guys. So go ahead and get busy doing that because I want to spread the word. I want to spread the word about our first visit to Peru, about the incredibleness that we're going to have in July, and bring back those memories and share them with you, those that we left behind. We want to rejoin with you with our memories as well. So, with that being said, I want to bring in Ángel Herrera. Ángel Herrera is coming in from Peru, and hopefully everything is going to be okay. He's with our wonderful group that is guiding us through Peru. And tell you a little bit about him. with a quote that he sent me. And he said, "Since childhood, my father influenced me to know and pass on the knowledge of our ancestral cultures, the essence of our Andean ceremonies, and the benefits of Amazonian medicine. Our company was born from that same desire to share traditional knowledge, traveling to energetic places, and enjoying the beautiful destinations offered by our country, Peru." And with that, I'm bringing Angel to the stage. Hi. We're having some audio. We cannot hear you. Huh?
We
We can't
can't we
hear you,
can't hear
Angel.
you.
We can't hear you.
You have to
No.
unmute.
Yeah, yeah, I, yeah, let's see. No, he's unmuted on my end. Angel,
Angel, can you
can you hear us?
unmute? We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Mm. It's,
We
yeah.
can't hear you.
Yeah, it must be in your system. So I'm going to have you and Gisela help you with that. And I think it's in your system, not on the StreamYard. Or
It looks like you're muted. See them. There we go.
no, he keeps on muting the live stream and not the system. That's where the problem is. No.
Okay, so
Okay, I'm going to bring him down just for a few. I'm sure
okay.
he said. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to go and show Victor, if you may. This is going to wow you. I'm going to show the places that we're going to be traveling to as we proceed from Cusco through the Sacred Valley into the Machu Picchu. Here we go. Okay. Can you pronounce any of those names, Victor?
I will not be able to pronounce those names. I was hoping you could pronounce them.
Oh no, I'm limited to Spanish. I'm not that intelligent. Okay, so I too will have a.
I know that ain't true. I know that isn't true.
That's right. That's right. Well, we'll see. Guys, I have a little QR code on the corner there. If you want to pop in there, you can see all about the thing. I'm going to see if we can bring our buddy in here, Angel, over to the stage now. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
I hope. Hello, guys. I hope everyone
Yes,
Yes.
we
How
All
can
right,
hear
great.
you.
wonderful. Yes.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
Ah,
Great.
it's so
Nice to meet
nice
you
to
too,
have you
all.
here, Arjen. I'm so happy that you can talk. I said, because we're going to need you to talk when we go down to Peru, right? You know?
Yes,
So,
yes, wonderful.
would you tell us a little bit about Angel, please?
Yes. So what I what we love to share is the wisdom that exists for centuries in our culture, and the idea of it is just to integrate this information, to integrate this information with the sites, with the sacred sites that we going to visit, and overall with the ancient wisdom from our culture. We are going to be together with the Queros. Queros are the pre-Inca culture or pre-Inca community that they will be giving us their knowledge, or they will be sharing, and that is the that is the cosmology that we will learn, all of us. And this cosmology is based simple values. We call the first one Munai, which is the unconditional love, or we call them the beautiful love. Munai is the principle that everything needs to be received and everything needs to be do with the heart. So that is the core of Inca cosmology, Munai. And through the Munai, which is this condition, is to explore ourselves, and through this perseveration, we are to be able to pursue sacred sites. So that is the way guys.
It's always a challenge crossing all of South America, all of Central America. It is a 20-hour trip, isn't it, Angel? So it takes a lot of time, on the internet to. Let's try that again. You're back on mute, my dear. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, can you hear? Can you hear?
Can
Angel?
can you hear us, Angel? Can you hear us? We can't hear you again.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna bring in
We can
Gisela.
hear
Can I
you.
bring you in real quick? I'm gonna go ahead and well, okay. There she is, Gisela.
Hi, hello,
Uh,
hello. It is
I got
nice to
I got
see
two for one now. I got the two of you. How
you.
wonderful. So, Gisela, would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Yes, sure. Well, we are going to be very happy to have you all here in Peru. As I always say, Peru is not only a place; it is a destination that you have to feel. The only way that you can know about Peru very well is to be here and feel all the energy that not only Machu Picchu but also Sacsayhuaman. I can tell it. Sacsayhuaman, Ollantaytambo, all the places, the archaeological places that were built on the Incas' time. So it is the sacred valley of the Incas is called sacred because of that, because it was um, a special place for the Incas. So it is an excellent destination for this type of spiritual um, trip, and the encounter with the nature and with the ancient secrets of the Andean people. That is going to be, I am exciting as well, and I am here.
And I couldn't have picked a better person to help us there. He's I'm forever grateful because your sincerity from the very beginning. You listened to what we needed to have, and you responded with such grace and with such depth of knowledge about where to take us. So some
Yeah.
places are conventional
No,
by
no.
tourists,
See,
but
what,
some are not. Yes, exactly. Tell
yeah,
us about that. Yeah.
yes. What you are going to experience is a very old medicine, or an old ceremonies that Pacos are the shamans, the ancient shamans. They will share with all of you all the ceremonies, how they conduct the ceremonies, what they need for the ceremonies, what means each ceremony, cliency, the lecture of the coca leaves. So you are going to have a deep experience in the local spiritual traditions of Cusco, of people of the Andes. So I don't know if Angel is already here to share more information, more deep information with us. He
I'm
is
going to keep you on stage because I love the fact that we're all four of us together exchanging beautiful ideas here. Angel, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm here.
great.
I hope it is. Listen, we have rainy. You must know that we are in the rainy season, and we are here over 3,400 meters, uh, which means that we are really close to the clouds, and we have a lot of, um, yes, how do you say, a lot of, um, how do you say, when the clouds block the connection.
Interference, yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Interference, yes.
Nature is more
Cloudy.
powerful. Nature is more powerful
yes,
than the internet, right?
Right.
That we know.
for
Yes,
sure.
Yes,
Extensions.
when the
Yes,
nature speaks,
yes.
you have to be just there.
We have
Don't
to just take
interrupt.
it.
Don't
That's it.
interrupt.
Don't upset Mother Nature. And believe me,
Sure.
I think Mother Nature was born in Peru. So we
Yeah,
have to be very careful. We have to be
and
very
that's
careful.
the reason, because
Yeah.
of this spiritual connect with the nature is so powerful, because the nature is
Yes.
powerful.
Yes. Yes. I've seen that in all the research that I've done, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. This is going to be more than a tour for Maria. It's going to be a healing and a restoration of Maria. So you're going to get another 40 years from me. Okay. So that being said, I want to make sure that we offer some questions that our folks have. There's got to be one good question, or a couple of them that you can tell us, and I'll pull them up and we'll address them as they come. I'll go ahead and get one out of the way because a lot of people have been asking me about if we're going to embark in the Ayahus. How do you say that? Ayahuasca
Ayahuasca.
ay- ceremonies, which is
Yeah,
a very interesting thing. And I will just say right now, no, we're not. But I want you to
exactly.
go into it and why it's not going to be a part of this trip, but we're going to be using other modalities that could be even more powerful and more important to us.
Well, I can make a general introduction to the ayahuasca. Ayahuasca, it's first of all, you have to be very clear about what you going to experience, because it is not something that you can take in one day and that's all, and maybe one shot and that's no. You need a preparation of your body, you know, and you need for 3 or more days, and you have to do it with very professional people. And it is important to know this. Now you need time for your body, for your soul to be ready to receive the ayahuasca, which is the sacred drink for the Andean people. Maybe Angel, I don't know, he can tell us more about that, or he can share
Yes.
more information about that. I think he's more,
Yes.
uh, uh, he have more information about.
Yeah. After
Angel?
for the when you try to drink. Yes. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, a
No.
Yeah,
little bit, a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
Yes, yes,
hear me?
we can hear
yeah,
you.
we're
We can
good.
hear
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. To when to drink ayahuasca, it is true what you said requires a lot preparation for the body, because after you open this realm, after you open your mind, require
I'm not
I think
hearing
we lost him. Yeah, I
Angel.
think we lost him. Yeah. So from what I understand, you have to be extremely invested and prepare with a
right,
lot of responsibility.
right,
And we are going to be engaging so much that to actually, bring that piece of it might not be the right time and place. But we
right.
have incredible other options. And I want to talk about those. I know that we've got some cleansing ceremonies where all we do is cleansing, and then the next day we do the restoration, the healing, and then of course the celebration of spirit. So it's an actual process that we actually start from the very beginning, strip you down. So help me understand what that is. If you and then there's another question on the audience. Well, we'll bring it there, but I'd like to understand what is all involved.
Angel, we don't have your audio. No, we don't listen. No.
Hmm.
Ye- uh, okay, again, try again. No.
No, those storms in Peru, their majesties. Yes, sorry. But he said, you can tell us a little bit about what's is planned in our plan for that.
Yes, sure. We have, for example, in the at the beginning of the in the arrival day, you will have a blessing ceremony where we are going to put our all our days during this experience in the nature in the Pachamama uh, blessing, and we will start with the participation of three different ceremonies. First, the participation in the ceremony as part of the ceremony, and the following days we are going to have those ceremonies, but with us as the conductors of the ceremony. We are going to understand the importance of the ceremony, what we look with the ceremony, what we need for that ceremony, and we will have the coca leaf. We will have the coca
can
leaf
you hear me,
reading.
guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Finally. Okay. So just wanted to add the
Yeah.
I we the last thing I was saying about the importance of cleansing is going to be one of
Okay.
the ceremonies. We are going to be using the natural elements to understand what is the meaning of cleansing. And cleansing can happen with energy work, and but most important, recognizing what it needs to be transformed. So it's a moment where we're going to surrender to the forces of Pachamama, to the forces of the great spirits, and use the elements in order to remove, to transform these uh, energies. We in the Inca cosmology, we don't say good and bad. We say it heavy and light energies. So we will transform the heavy energies into light energies, because energy is one, is but we are the ones, or we are the responsible to transform these energies. And for that, we use the water, rivers, elements, in this case, plants and flowers, that can help us to remove or to transform these energies.
That is so beautiful, and I want to make a comparison because to another ancient land, which is Japan. They don't do bad and good. That's not how they talk. They don't talk about bad. They don't talk about good. They don't make judgment, and you're not either. You're not saying bad energy, good energy. You have taken that away from the conversation that we Americans tend to do and identify things as bad and good. You say it's light or heavy. And that to me is a respect for nature, right? C-
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. I love that. I do have a question for our one of our travelers. Do you have any suggestions on reading prior to the trip? Um, yes, on reading prior to the trip. Mhm. What we can do,
The question.
yeah, any preparation that they should do, I guess, intellectually to get ready for this trip. Mhm.
Oh, okay. I think I will suggest more than the mental, physical preparation. I would suggest that people have some time to walk, to have a small discipline to walk 15 or 20 minutes early in the morning, to prepare their body uh, for the strength of, for the altitude and for the strong nature that Peru have. I would suggest
Yes.
people as well to prepare with food, just to avoid a lot of heavy meals, to bring more light meals into their body. That will be helpful. And as well, if they have some time to contemplate or meditate, that all this preparation will help us to perceive and to transform easily everything that we are carrying in our body. Peru is a place where can easily remove or transform energies, and if we prepare our body for that, that will be helpful.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is so un-American. Americans like to read the Fodor's travel guidebooks and get really heavy duty into what we should do and say and how to do things. You said no. Bring it down. Bring it down. Take the intellect away. Respond to your body. Connect your body. Prepare your body and your spirit. So
Yeah,
that to me is just a prefix of what we should expect in Peru.
yeah. Is
Exactly.
this that is true because each one is
Yeah.
unique. Each body is unique, so you will have your own experience uh, with the nature. You will have your own experience, your own feelings, your own. Uh, you can to Peru with your own problems. Let's see, with your own life experience, and you come here and you will explore yourself and you will healing from inside. So every experience is different. It depends of your life. It depends of you.
I have another question from my
You
dear friend Amy.
experience yourself.
So, will we be using hate in ceremony?
And what Victor was saying, that he will, and
Go,
Victor was
go
saying
ahead,
that he
Angel.
will guide to feel the stones, to feel the nature, and that's what Victor helping to feel. That will be very helpful. So the preparation will help you to feel uh, what Victor is going to lead.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes,
So then,
I have a
yeah,
question.
okay.
So, can you explain the importance of the coca leaf to the Peruvian people and the coca leaf ceremony?
Yes, the coca leaf itself as represent the spirit of the Andean people. And all master plans that exist in our country, from ayahuasca, huachuma, tabaco, mapacho, San Pedro, all these plants that exist for us, number one is coca leaf, the coca leaves. And the reason is because help us to connect to different dimensions. So when we, if I am a farmer, as a farmer, it helps me to connect into the dimension of the strength and the connection with nature, with force of nature. If I am a healer, it will help me to connect with the forces of healing and the connection of the forces of the gods from the different dimensions. And if I am a person doing business, the coca leaves will help us to connect heart to heart, to have a honest business, a honest exchange. So the coca leaves represents the force of unity. So that is why we bring in one of the ceremonies the coca leaves there. But actually, during the entire trip with us, we will be working with the coca leaves, and you will learn the reason and why.
Good. So it has a very
Excellent.
important role. It's almost like you're. We talked about the other one immediately, right? Because a lot of people do ask me. In fact, on the comments, I says, "Yeah, that was my first thought." Um, but the cocoa leaf is the premier. That's the true Andean. Um, and the fact that you said that it opens up your dimensions. So it's not just cleansing your body or making you feel good, but it's also a spirituality attached. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, it is the like the connector between the nature and the force, between the forces of the nature and the healer, or between the forces of the nature and the person. Could be a healer, could be a person who read the coca leaves. So it is very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to encourage some more. Someone did ask about the the hape, and do you know a little bit about that, or let me bring it back over. It was offered by Debbie. Um, she said, "Well, we're using hape in ceremony." I'm not even sure what that is.
I really don't know what means.
Maybe
Sorry.
she's talking about rapé.
Oh,
Maybe she's
that's
talking
I
about
think.
rapé. Rapé,
Okay.
maybe she's referring is the sniffing because we are not working
So yeah,
this
you might have said the
medicine.
bad word because rapé is making your technology all oopsies. But Isela, can you reference rapé?
No, no, I
Okay,
don't. No, maybe it's
you
too
see
much for
expert.
me.
I'm so glad Al is with us.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. No, that's one.
Not
Let's
not
try again.
as much involved in that as Angel. No, I don't know what is rapid.
Yeah,
It is good to know. Every day we can learn something. Uh, what is rapid? It is I don't know if it's a leaf, is a drink.
yeah. We'll save that. We'll save that, and maybe
Yeah.
I can come back to that. Yeah. So, what do you think is going to be? Well, no, tell me about your biggest challenge that you saw with Americans coming down to Peru, and the group that we're going to be in is extremely metaphysically driven. We are not ones that are there for postcard pictures. We want to be part of your world, of your culture. We want to be part of your nature. So tell us, with a group like ours, is that something that is going to be an easier transition, or or is it going to be a challenge because we have the American mystical, you know, ways of thinking versus your Andean thinking? So it's an interesting question that I have.
Yeah, I believe that nobody's gonna have a difficult time because we have excellent conductors. We have the people will go slowly, and they will you will connect with the nature. It's nothing difficult. It's just to that you have the belief and you want to do it, and your mind and your heart have to be open to receive all the teaching that you are going to have. So it's going to be just you and the nature, you and the forces, your body, your spirit. It's going to be the best connector with the nature. It's not difficult. It is
We,
just to know about you.
you know, the one word I think about after what you just said was intent.
Right.
That we come with the intent to be
Right.
part of your your world,
Yeah.
and that to me is getting us even closer and more, um, have a better experience. I can't even imagine what we're going to go through. To be honest, Gisela, I am so excited. The wonder, the mystery of what we're going to experience and bring back home the stories. Um, Victor, any other questions that you are just tickling to find out about?
Yeah, well, I personally, for me, Machu Picchu is such a mystical place that I've always wanted to visit my entire life, and this will be a dream come true to visit Machu Picchu. Can you tell us what it's like to be there in Machu Picchu, and maybe say a little bit about some of the other places we will be visiting?
Sure. Well, as I tell you at the beginning of this conversation, Machu Picchu and all the places in Cusco are not only an archaeological site. It a, is a place that you have to be there to feel it. You will feel the energy. It's a place full of energy, and uh, not only Machu Picchu, but also we are gonna involve in the culture, the living culture that is in Cusco nowadays. We will visit Pisac market, when you can find the uh, local people selling their uh, weavers and everything. So you will visit the Pisac ruins, Maras salt pools. There are the salt pools. Um, you will visit Morai terraces. You will visit Ollantaytambo, and of course, well, Machu Picchu, which is the highlight of the trip.
And we take a train, or do we walk?
No, to get Machu Picchu is
You
always
take
by train. It's always
I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Yeah.
yeah.
Because I want to make sure, But the train ride looks so beautiful. It's got the glass.
It has panoramic windows. Yes,
Yes.
the train is an experience itself. So you are
Yeah.
gonna have great days. You are gonna live uh, different experiences from the spiritual one to the cultural one, the living. It's going to be a trip full of experiences.
Yes, yes, yes. Someone's saying, Coco, she diddles you. Alexandra,
Alexandra,
I may bring
you
you a
can get
couple
it.
of.
You
I
can
will
get
bring
it.
you a bag. I
Yeah,
will
you can
bring
get
you a
it not
bag.
only the coca leaf that you can put in a boil water, but
Uh-huh.
you can also bring the ones that are filtered. You can
Uh-huh.
take it it is sell in all the supermarkets now, the coca tea.
Oh
So
my gosh. Yeah,
you
yeah.
can
No,
you
I
can
want to go into the village, into a little hut, and buy from an old lady that doesn't speak English. That's what I want to do. There's a question about safety here, and I want to go ahead and bring that over. It's a little lengthy. Um, I think it would be the world is how are Americans accepted in Peru? And is there an increased amount of danger? Because when you go to these foreign countries, Americans are very could be maybe a little short-sighted about what is going on there. But from what I understand, Peru is one of the safest countries in the world.
well, as in all places, we have parts of the towns or the cities that are more dangerous than others. But
Hmm.
in general, the tourist places in Peru are very safe, and local people, not because I'm Peruvian, but Peruvians are very warm, are very friendly, and they are always feeling make you feeling in home and make you feeling very welcome in the country. So there is no any problem with Americans. Americans are the most visitors that we have. So one of the first markets coming to Peru to visit us. So you can be sure that you are going to be safe. There is the Cusco is the first place, the tourist place in Peru. So you are not going to have any problem with any dangerous or things like that. You can be sure that you will be more than welcome and you will be safe.
And I'm going to gloat for you. Ready? Gisela and Angel, I'm going to gloat for you. I just
Yes.
read on the National Geographic Travel magazine, and this is a poll from all the travelers, their subscribers from all around the world. The number one 2024 destination is Peru.
Yes, yes. And Peru
2024.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Peru is
That's the
amazing
number.
destination. You can find everything that you are looking for, not only
Mhm,
spiritual but cultural, gastronomy, which is
mhm.
also part of our journey too. You will try amazing food, and as I told you, the experience will be every day, every time, and you will be involved and immersed in the culture, not only the ancient culture of Peru, the ancient knowledge, but also the actual living culture.
Yes, yes. What an incredible award and celebration Peru is going right now with it, and so deserving of such a like again. I'm bringing back my mother to Peru because she thinks just for her friends that she had that she met here while she was in New York City and in the Latin American cultures there. The Peruvians were the ones that she was closest to, and she was from Spain. So, for her to connect that way, um, I feel like this is more of a something I'm supposed to do in her memory, and I cannot wait to have this spiritual experience. I
Right.
have found the most wonderful people to take me there, starting with Victor. I respect him so much as a metaphysical and energy worker. His talent is amazing, and he engages with the land where a lot of metaphysical workers are very into direct communication. Victor takes it to the next level where the land, like he said, the stones and the sticks that he
Right.
touches will bring them alive in his spiritual connection. So
Because
Victor,
the things like the stones and trees and everything in the nature has its own memory. And well, Victor is an amazing person who can uh, connect with that easily than others. So it's going to be a great experience for him, for all of us, for all people coming to Peru, and it's going discovering trip as well, discovering of all the secrets of the Andean, discovering the energies of Peru, discovering the yourself and your power with nature. So it's you can lost this trip. You have
Oh,
to come. You
we
have to
will fall in love with Peru. We'll
and
fall.
we will have another conversation like this to share all the experiences from the people that came to Peru.
Yes, yes. I like to do like after the show. In other words, after we return back from Peru, to
Right.
put us together again and talk about the experiences that
Yes.
we had there, and bring back some of the intimacy that we exchange with Peru, because that to us is going to make this trip worthwhile, to bring it back home to our folks in America. Angel, um, are you able to speak? Maybe you can let us know about that GAPE thing. I am so
Um,
curious about that. Yes, let's try it. Did he freeze? No, he's not. That's okay. I'm reading your lips.
somebody somebody
Yeah.
said it's tobacco. Is that right?
No,
Tobacco?
it's a
The
tobacco.
rape? Tobacco?
Arabe.
There's a
Yeah.
question in the audience. There's a question. Oh, he's saying yes. There's a
Okay.
question from the comments about vegetarian food. Will we be able to? Will the vegetarians on our trip be able to eat vegetarian food?
Yes, absolutely. As I told you, Peru is a tourist destination. We are open to international people. So there are here in Peru, we have vegetarian, we have vegan, we have also the kosher meals. So Peru is open for everybody. Yeah, yeah. There is no problem with the food. There is no problem with the security. It you can be here safe and you will be like in home.
Beautiful. I do have a question from one of our travelers that you're going to meet, Lisa. Will we be able to journal or write at a ceremony if we feel moved to do so?
Sure, sure, yes.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, there is no problem. You can do it, yes. You have to remember that the pacos or the shamans are Quechua speakers. It is important to know that the Quechua is the native language of Andean people, and the pacos, who are the person who receive all the knowledge from their uh, ancestors, they use Quechua as the native language. So the translator, there is always a translator, and they will translate from Quechua to English, and or Spanish, and then to English, the guide. So it is very interesting to also learn from the native or the ancient language of the Incas. It's going to be, as I told you, it's going to be an amazing trip. It's going to be an experience day by day, a different one, and you will return home with another energy
Perspective.
and respect and respect of the culture and the knowledge of the Andean people. Yeah.
How lovely. We're at the top of the hour, but I'm going to breach a couple of minutes to spend some time with Angel now that I can hear him, because to me, you are a very important part of our experience. You are the representative of the Andean culture. So, would you like to say some words or something in conclusion or just as a summary?
Thank you. Um, I think personally, what Gisela makes a really important point is just come with this intention. In Peru, we value the strength of the faith coming with faith to expand, the faith to know with to heal some lands. Each other, every human in big faith. We have the faith towards the nature, the faith to bring this in the most important part to be Peru.
I think that's absolutely lovely, and and that's a very universal message, right? It's not just exclusive to Peru, but it will be enhanced. It's so important. Your intent is important. Your purpose is important. With that being said, I'm honored to have all three of you with me in a few months. Anybody that wants to join us, there's a little QR code up there. Just zap that little thing on your camera. Um, but there's still a few spots, so I really would love for you to be a part of this. We can make it work. Just call Maria. We will make this work. Um, but that being said, I want to thank all of you for going across South America, Central America, into the United States, and into my abode home of stopping really quickly in Florida, and then all the way up to the great state of Ohio, because in July we will bring all these communities and join the amazing wonder of the world of Peru, um, to experience something that in my lifetime I know I have never done. So, any parting words, Victor?
Well, everyone who I talk to who has been to Peru says that it has a golden aura and that it is the most spiritual place they've ever been. And so the land itself is sacred, and that's why it's called the Sacred Valley. So everyone will feel that, right?
Right, right. It is called sacred because of something, not only because I want to name this valley as sacred. It is because it was considered sacred for the ancestors, the Inca in the Inca time. So all the valley and Machu Picchu is a place full of energy. It is surrounded by mountains, sacred mountains that we call apus, and those are full of energy as well. So bring all your faith, come to Peru to enjoy everything and return home with another perspective of everything, with the force and the good feelings, no good, good feelings now, with the light energy. and then we are going to talk about your own experiences.
Exactly. I promise everyone that we will bring back this experience again, but with more intimacy from our travelers. And with that, I thank you all for joining us. And for those that want to reach out to Maria or Victor or Gisela or even Angel, because he does talk really well. Um, feel free to connect with us and answer any of your questions or give us some ideas or some of your hopes and your faith and your intent to visit this beautiful, beautiful land of Peru. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off, and we appreciate you all. Thank you again, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
We'll see you soon.
Very happy to see you.
Adiós,
See you.
adiós, con
Adiós.
abrazos, con abrazos. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Okay.
Yapayang amaruna ko. Jakradang kahkuna. Arariwa ko. Kura kakuna. 情味，最高是你的那个ونيني وريك نيكو نخلق نيكو
Salud, Pachamama.